Hello. This video will talk about the course delivery options at Lawson State, what they are and what you should expect as a student. So as we all know, the coronavirus COVID-19 has had a major impact on education. Lawson being a part of that, and you being a part of that as well. For Lawson, in terms of offering course delivery, we had to think about several things. One, how do we still deliver excellent instructional opportunities for our students, but also keeping them safe and keeping our staff and students safe? So we've come up with 3 delivery methods for all of our students. The first being virtual, second is online, and third is hybrid course delivery. So we're going to talk about all 3 so you have a clearer and better understanding of how they differ, what they are and how they differ. So let's talk about a virtual class. Virtual classes attempt to mimic the regular ground classes. These classes meet virtually online at their regularly scheduled days and times via conferencing tools such as Zoom or Blackboard Collaborate. So let's kind of think about this. Let's imagine if you had like a Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 a.m. class. Well, in a virtual environment, if you sign up for a virtual class, you're still expected to be there at 8:30 on that Tuesday or Thursday. The difference is that you're just going to be there in a virtual classroom online. You'll come to your computer, put on your headset and your webcam, and you'll join class with your instructor and the other students at that specific date and time. So instructors and students meet together to discuss course material, go over questions, lecturing, maybe there's a virtual lab, it could be videos. The teacher's there though, as well as your other classmates. So lessons are taught virtually. All assignments, tests, and quizzes are completed online as well. And we also use in some of these courses proctoring services to administer exam. As a student, you'll need a computer, a headset with a microphone, a webcam, and reliable internet to engage in the classroom. Let's take an actual look of what an actual virtual classroom looks like.
We know that class can take many shapes, from lectures to group work to one-on-one sessions that happen in person and online. That's why in Ultra, we've integrated the ability to connect face-to-face throughout the classroom. Students and faculty can access a live video conference room at any moment by clicking on the course room control. This launches a Collaborate session for your course that is accessible via the web or mobile device. No downloads, plugins, or logins required. And because Collaborate is a part of BB Student, students can join from their mobile device to participate no matter where they happen to be. With Collaborate, running a class is effortless. It's easy to facilitate live discussions with students or fellow classmates through chat and work together on shared files that the entire class can see. For some classes, participation goes beyond discussions and shared files. That's why we've integrated live polling in course rooms and the ability to break classes into working groups at any moment, allowing faculty to move from session to session to interact with or monitor the progress of their students. When class is finished, recordings are automatically posted to the course outline, making them easily accessible to both students and faculty. At Blackboard, we know that personal connections with students ultimately lead to better outcomes. That's why we've made it easy for students and faculty to effortlessly connect via Blackboard Collaborate across any device at a moment's notice.
Okay, so you can see why the interface for a virtual class is online. And what you're looking at right now is an actual course that I wanted to show you. And you can see, as you saw in the video, this is an actual course. You can see that Blackboard Collaborate is over here, and this is what you would click to join the session. I also wanted to show you that what those online courses look like, or rather virtual classes. You'll come into your class, you'll see a Start Here button. If you click on the Start Here button, it's going to talk you through or walk you through the various things. It'll have a welcome, it'll have information like your syllabus, any other information that the faculty member deems important for you, even have a video on how to navigate the course itself. Also within your virtual classes, your weekly assignments are out here, your quizzes and your tests. So most courses are designed and set up in a very similar fashion in which you're seeing right here. So whether it's a virtual or hybrid or online, specifically virtual we're talking about right now. So what you should see should be very similar no matter if you go to one class to the next. Okay, we're going to go back to our presentation. So again, we just highlighted virtual classes. The main thing you need to remember about those is that you're actually registering for a specific date and time in which this class meets. And so we mentioned Blackboard. I even showed you very quickly what Blackboard looks like. I just wanted to let you know that the way you get into Blackboard is through Lawson's website. Once you're enrolled at the institution, you'll be given a unique username and password. You can access Blackboard 24/7. This is where you're going to gain all your materials, your quizzes, your tests, your PowerPoints. And this is also where you would connect with video conferencing tools like Blackboard Collaborate, which is what you just saw in the video. And some teachers use Zoom, which I know many of you are already familiar with in terms of Zoom. So if we go out to our website, which should take us out really, really quickly, I just wanted to show you how fast it is to find the information for, let's see if it's going to let us go out there, for your, here we go, we're on the website now. And if I come out here and I just click on current students, you can also get to this through quick links, but if I click on current students, and there is Blackboard right here. And so although our website changes, it doesn't change too much. You should always be able to get on Blackboard Ultra, and I wanted to show you how the directions for logging in are right here for you as a student. So you can easily and quickly log into Blackboard to again, go into your virtual class and to click on Blackboard Collaborate, or maybe there's a link out there for Zoom for you to gain access to the actual class. Now back to our video. So what is an online class? We've already talked about virtual classes, so now we're going to talk about online classes. So an online class is different in that you have access to it 24/7, meaning that you as a student will determine when you get on the class. You remember in a virtual class, you had to get on when the teacher was there with other students. It doesn't mean that you can't go back and, do your assignments anytime you want, but in terms of the class itself, in virtual, you were there with an instructor and they were teaching. In a virtual classroom, the lessons are oftentimes already put in the course, so you gain access to that information and you work at your leisure. So let's say that you wanted to work at 3 o'clock in the morning. You could do that in an online class, right? So you basically are given the assignments and you have a week usually to get those assignments done. Normally things are due like by midnight on Sunday night. So you work throughout the week to get those assignments done. Typically, also online classes have discussion boards. Now, when you have a discussion board, that means you actually have to engage throughout the week, right? So it's not something you want to do at the end of the week. So all assignments are submitted online. All quizzes and tests are conducted. You do have midterm and finals as well as other tests, but your midterm and finals are definitely proctored using a system called ProctorU. You will need a headset and microphone and a webcam to take these tests. So that's another thing you need to be aware of. Also, but here's the thing, you need to be self-disciplined because you're managing your own time, right? A teacher's not out there saying, hey, be here at 8 o'clock. You need to make sure you're out there getting your work done, but you're prompting yourself to do the work, if that makes any sense to you. So online course deliveries are very similar to what I showed you earlier. This is where you would come to get your, you go to the Start Here menu. You also go to your weekly assignments, and within that, you'll get all of your work, and you do your quizzes, and you'll see your deadlines, and you upload all of your work within Blackboard. So it's very similar to what we saw earlier. Let's talk about the last one, which is a hybrid class. Hybrid classes are very, very popular because they are designed for both. You are 50% online and 50% on campus. Now that number can vary depending upon what kind of class it is. Most of the online or hybrid courses are for those disciplines or majors that require students to do a lot of hands-on, like the automotive students, the welding students, science students in labs, culinary arts students, HVAC students, robotics, nursing, right? EMS or DMS, diagnostic medical sonography, and more. Dental students, for example. So these are students that have to do some hands-on, like the culinary arts students, they have to cook, right? So in this situation, what we have done is that Again, they'll come on campus for the hands-on work, but for the lecturing and theory, where there's PowerPoints involved, then the students can do that online. Here's the thing that you need to remember the most about hybrid classes. You can't opt to just do one piece of it. In other words, let's say that you just like being on campus. So you decide just to come to the hands-on information. You just come and do your work. But then you forget about the online version. That means you're not taking your tests, your quizzes, you're not doing your homework. You get it? So you have to do both. You can't opt out. Now remember, in career technical programs, it could be that the hybrid version is a little bit more than 50% because, or rather the on-campus version is more than 50%, because a lot of times the lab requirements for our career technical programs require you to be on campus longer. So just be prepared for that. Here's the thing, when you're on campus, and your teacher will go over this with you, we will practice. You have to have your face mask on, and you will practice good social distancing. So let's review the three differences. Virtual, that's the class that the teacher and the time is set based on what the class you schedule for. So like we said, if it's a Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 class, you're actually online with your instructor Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30, right? Your work, though, is done online. Assignments and quizzes and tests, all online. Now, online, the teacher is there, but the teacher's completely online, meaning that they're there for questions. They may record their lectures, but you're not interfacing with them on a weekly basis in terms of seeing them, right? Except through, like I said, recorded means. The student in an online class will access the course when they can access the course. If they want to work in the middle of the night, they can. Hybrid is a blended environment. Students come on campus practicing social distancing, and they access and do hands-on work. But their assignments, their quizzes, their tests, all of that's done through the computer as an online world. I want to also mention that because you are in an online, hybrid, or virtual environment, of course, our college has all kinds of support services that you need to take advantage of. We can't force you to, right? You need to just reach out and take advantage of these things. For example, we have a virtual advising center where you can get help with registration, questions about your degree, things like that, or maybe just an advising question answered. We also have online tutoring services. We have an online tutoring center that you can access. By the way, you can access all of these services through quick links on our main website. Quick links is a button that's located at the top right of our website. We also have online counselors and fantastic ADA online services. Again, reach out when you need help. We also have a help desk that you can reach through quick links. If you're having trouble logging into Student Suite or My Lawson, or maybe you're having trouble with Blackboard or email, you need to contact the help desk. We also have an online resource center, which I personally love because it provides you with all kinds of resources as an online student. For example, in the online tutoring center, we offer limited tutoring. And what I mean by limited, it means we can't offer tutoring for every subject, right? It's just impossible. But we do, and within the online resource center, we offer thousands and thousands of videos on practically most topics, particularly in general studies. So history, psychology, chemistry. But when I say not hundreds, but thousands of videos are out there to support students. So take advantage of the online resource center. And lastly, I just wanted to show you a page of how to get to quick links. You can go out to quick links very, very easily, and you can access everything that I was just talking to you about, right? So if we go out to quick links, and this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with, you can see the buttons for the various things. I mentioned the help desk. I mentioned a virtual tutor. I mentioned virtual advising. I mentioned asking an advising question, contacting a virtual counselor. So you can see why this is important. And the last thing I want to leave you with is where the virtual resource center that I was talking about with all those thousands of videos are located. So again, welcome to Lawson State. If you are a new student, we hope this is helping you. And also, if you're a returning student, we hope that this video has helped you as well. If you have any additional help, you can always contact us through the Ask buttons that we have on our website. Again, you can always ask us a question. You see it right here, or you can contact the various offices and contact them personally.